in a while, we'll have a presenter that drops out for one reason or another, and we're always pleased when somebody is willing to step in and help out. So this morning we have Eric from my Hangout Academy. Let's give him a warm welcome. Eric.
Good morning. Mic check, 1, 2.
Hey, sound great.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm so excited to be here, and I'm glad I was given that email 7:30 yesterday morning to finish it, and it really jump-started my day. So it was really good. So thank you. I really appreciate being able to talk about this topic because it's really exciting, but I have a question for you. How many of you, as business owners, find it to be a real challenge when it comes to getting your message out and reaching your audience and feel like you're connecting and really making a difference with your message? Do you find that to be difficult and challenging at times? Absolutely. What I'd like you to do is grab your cell phones, go to this website right now, hangoutonfb.com. Now, if you want to maximize the experience of this morning, accept all the Facebook handshakes that it's going to ask you for. If you don't feel comfortable with that, you'll understand a little bit later on why that's important. But go ahead and check this out, hangoutonfb.com. All right, it's going to be an interesting experience for you. So, when we talk about the difficulty and the challenges of getting your message out to the world today, I want to offer to you a simple solution. We're going to talk about a strategy that's called the social triple play. The social triple play simply is made up of the 3 largest social networks in the world today, right now. And that's Facebook, Google, YouTube. Are you familiar with these? Are you on these networks?
Yes.
Obviously, okay? Facebook, why do we use Facebook? Facebook is an amazing tool because for the last 10 years, they have been collecting unsolicited data, and they know more about me and each one of you that are on their network. They know when you get up, they know when you get on your phones, they know your income, they know your net worth. And for a business owner and a marketer, that's powerful information that you can use to help you drill down to reach your target audience. So we use Facebook to help us find the audience that's necessary for you to hit your targeting efforts too. Google. Google is important because number 1, it's the largest search engine in the world. And number 2, it has a wonderful platform that you're watching. How many of you are seeing me on your phones right now? Are you seeing me on your phones? Are any of you seeing on your phone the presentation that's going on right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're broadcasting live this event through a Google Hangout. This is the experience of how you can connect with your customers and your audiences by talking to them. I have a line from a movie that I love, from the movie The Help. The movie says, sit down because I want to look at you dead in the eye. So your customers can connect with you. They can really feel and see that connection if they want to do business with you or not. So Google's platform of Hangouts allows us to create broadcasts like this, and we're broadcasting on all 3 networks right now: Google, YouTube, and Facebook. Hangouts are big. If you've not used Hangouts in your business, you're missing out on a lot of action that you can be taking advantage of. This guy understands it. He's on them every year, okay? Your business should be on them as well. I've been using Hangouts for a couple of years, and the power of it helped my financial literacy business. Finance is my background, which led me to start doing this because of the success, and people started asking, how are you doing that? So my Hangout Academy was born last year. This is a doctor that uses our services to create a wellness show for her clinic. One of the things we're looking for when you partner with us as a medical clinic or a physician, dentist, doctor, whatever, we help you, we do everything. All she does is presses, if you can see on that screen over there, there's a red button, but before it starts broadcasting, it's green. All she does is hooks her camera up, hit start broadcast. Everything else has already been set up and done for her. So when you partner with us, we take all of that difficulty out of the equation for you. It starts with your Google Plus page. Then what you'll need is an application on your Facebook page called 22 Social. This allows you to create engagement, get leads, build a automatic affiliate program for your business and so forth, have others sell your products and services. Simply amazing. Our services, what we're able to do for you. Number one, we can complete the setup of your Facebook page, creating all of your audiences, your lookalike audiences, custom audiences. Make sure that's all dialed in. Number two, completely set everything up for you. If you want to have some sort of show, we can have all of that done for you, all the Facebook marketing, YouTube setup, Google setup, everything is done. Number three, our community give back through our nonprofit fundraising efforts that we're launching called Learning for a Cause. And this is our training and education programs that are designed so when people purchase our tickets, the nonprofits benefit from those resources. Thank you very much.
And how can the community help you?
The community can help us by these three things here. We're looking for, number one, customers that find it a challenge. We like to be very patient in helping people just take all these difficult social things, break it down real simple. So we're looking for customers that we can help you with your business pages on Facebook, or if you want a show, we'd like to help you produce your shows. And if you have a nonprofit or know of a nonprofit that's fundraising, we would like to interview them to see if we would like to partner with them.
I don't have a question, but I have a testimonial. I took on or hired Eric to help me develop a lookalike audience for Facebook. I didn't know anything from Shinova. He was so patient, and he taught me how to do Google Hangouts. And he is the sweetest, most patient man I've ever met. And I think that, you know, everybody should make an attempt to help get the word out.
Thank you very much.
Your turn for questions, comments.
What is 22 Social? That's just a resource that you found that's helpful, or did you develop that? Or?
Thank you, great question. What is 22 Social? 22 Social is a third-party application based out of San Diego, California. I was introduced to 22 Social last year when I was doing Hangouts. I was just doing Hangouts, recording them, uploading them to my YouTube. I mean, it was automatically uploaded to YouTube. Found 22 Social last year on a Hangout watching someone else, and there was this button that said "Steal This," and it introduced me to it. We started broadcasting through Facebook. That created a whole training challenge for other people, and that's where our company was born.
Microphone. Sorry. I was interested. You mentioned you had been in the financial industry before.
Yes.
Okay. And don't elaborate. I can meet with you one-on-one. I'd love to hear more. But you know, we face in the financial industry, you know, severe restrictions legally because of regulations. What's one tip you could give me about getting around those?
You know, I've had this conversation with other financial advisors, and one of the things that I simply like to encourage is just give people simple tips out there that aren't giving them financial advice. Just simple tips that are teaching budgeting. I did a video that was very successful on how to correct your W-4, and that helps people put cash back in their pocket. It's a form from the IRS. It's their words, you know. So anything that you're not giving them stock tips or, you know, but even education on what is a mutual fund.
Well, I have a securities license. Do you still have a securities license?
No,
That's a different.
Yeah.
Because if I post something, then it's considered sales, and it has to be filed with the SEC, and I mean, it's just really.
I mean, is it information people can go out and research on the internet and find
I have
themselves?
a compliance officer sign off on it.
Okay.
The liability goes up to So I appreciate your insight, but I would like to talk to you. 'Cause
Absolutely.
There's gotta
And,
be a way to do it. 'Cause
and one of the-
others-
well, I'll just give this further to you. One of the things inside of the 22 social application is there is a disclaimer. So you can put information, people check off from the disclaimer, and then you can let them into your content areas.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Hi, so in the case where you would typically go to webinar to do like a sales pitch to, people that you invite, maybe a dozen people, via the email, is there an advantage to doing the videos, like the live streaming you're doing in that situation where you're trying to do like a sales pitch to maybe a dozen people?
There could be. There could very well be. The opportunity with the Hangout is that you have unlimited viewers that can view it. So when you're not limited as to how many people can view it, that could be an opportunity for you. And then when you're broadcasting that inside of Facebook and you drill down into an audience, that could be another advantage to you. And then when you add the 22 social application piece to it, you can protect your intellectual property if you want to, behind a gate. So if you want to have a real private, gathering and so forth, obviously people need to have your GoToWebinar link, but if you want to put up a cost to come to that, you can do that as well. Thank you.
Is this on? My store is it's part of a national franchise and located in downtown Tampa. It's pretty controlling of the brand, which I'm sure I would do the same if I was in their position. So I don't have my own Facebook page. I have a sub page to their Facebook account, and they're the admin for it. So I can't post to it. I can only ask for their permission and have them post. Same with the website. I have a sub page to it, but not my own page. So, and that's the effort to protect the brand, but it limits my ability to be able to reach out to the community and be a good participant of the community and to do the kinds of things that I would love to be able to do. So when I see these options here, they don't have a policy that controls everything. The great thing about social media is that there are lots of options that pop up. I'm just curious, what's my ability to take advantage of some of these other things, whatever 22 social is and other things like that. If I don't have the Facebook page control or the website control, are there still options for me?
What is it that you do?
European Wax Center, downtown Tampa. So a spa, basically.
Okay. As a spa, there's other medical spas that we're currently in conversation with to help them with getting their brand out. If you're limited as far as what you can post and so forth, you may just simply not use the Facebook piece, but at least you can use the Hangout piece, create content-rich videos, because as soon as you finish a Hangout, it's automatically posted to your YouTube channel. So people are still searching for solutions, hair removal, Botox, all that type of thing. You can at least bring them into your sub-channel funnels by putting those links in your description on your YouTube.
What type of businesses have been most receptive to this, and what type of businesses can benefit the most from the services that you're providing?
That's a great question. So far, I enjoy particularly what's been receptive is the ones that I've been going to, and that's in the medical field. I went to my personal doctor and she said some things to me and sparked my questions to her. And so that's where I'm really targeting the efforts, because I think people are really concerned about health, appearance, and those types of things. And that has a big opportunity. The second sector that I really am looking forward to, and I would love to visit with you, is the financial, because that is my background. I think there are some ways that I know people go to YouTube because they're hungry for information. But the real answer to your question is, if you're a thought leader and you've got value for people, that people can benefit, you could even be a restaurant and have a secret recipe or put on a cooking show. Bartender. There's all kinds of things. The imagination can go wild with this.
Question for you. How long are your Hangout sessions? Are they short or long? What's the length of your typical Hangout that you do?
Mine or what you can do?
Either for your client or for yourself, what's the length? Is it an hour, 30 minutes?
As this young lady said, I'm patient. Sometimes it goes a long time. I mean, you can record up to 8 hours on a Hangout. Some of the ones that I put out there, my previous videos, the longest one was an hour and a half. It's had close to 20,000 views. Lots of good questions that came from that. I think it's whatever your audience is going to tolerate, however long they're going to watch. So whatever it takes to get it done. Hello.
Correct. At the cost, do you have like an initial consultation at no cost, and then how do you do this?
Great question. If you go through and watch on the Hangout on FB, right below the video screen, there is a button that says free questionnaire. If you would submit your information on the questionnaire, we will provide as a gift to each and every one of you here a free consultation on your Facebook. We'll do an audit of your Facebook page to kind of see what some of your needs are and so forth. We don't have a consultation fee up front. Once we find out what your needs are, we have basic packages and services, then you can choose what fits your needs. And we get started from there.
Is that like a contract, monthly, yearly, or it's just as we need it?
Well, it depends on the service, but when we get into this particular service, like our Done For You, if you're going to do a regular show, to be the most effective with that, we like to have a 6-month agreement because there's a lot of effort that we put into getting that show marketed and the name built up the first couple of months, because we bring in outside experts like Ashwood Media and other people who specialize in other elements of social media, because you still want to connect with those elements as well. We focus strictly on the 3. So we do like to have a 6-month agreement when we get into producing shows. Everything else is based on what your needs are.
I think it's all very well and good, but just to continue on, let me give you an example. I want to do a weekly show on cooking, and we're willing to sign a 6-month contract with you. What kind of a budget do we need to put aside for that?
For a weekly show that you want to do?
Yes, for a weekly show.
All right.
Weekly show is 6 months.
A weekly show that's going to get you, and you want to just be able to do exactly what I said.
Yep.
Sit down in front of the computer, hit start, and not have to touch anything.
That's it, yeah.
Okay.
Soup to nuts, push a button.
Okay. You're looking at on a weekly, somewhere in the neighborhood of probably around $2,500 a month, give or take or so. Depends on if we need to, if you want the Twitter and some of the other social pieces, then that could add, cost. But basic cost is going to be roughly around $2,500 a month. And that's for 4 episodes per month.
So do you have plans to expand this? And if so, how would you scale this if you were to expand this nationwide?
Well, we have the ability to work nationwide currently because we are working online. Matter of fact, this Friday, there's a company right here in Tampa that we met at a main event that we're inviting onto this doctor's wellness show because their company is called No More Nausea. So we can work with companies nationwide already in setting up their hangouts, via the internet. As far as scaling, we're looking to bring on more team members. I mean, we work with a team of 3 currently remotely. I'm here in Tampa. We have a partner in Memphis. We have a partner in Little Rock that takes care of a lot of the admin work behind the scenes.
Now, are these partners franchised, or what is the relationship between you and your partners?
No, they're just simply contracted to work with me.
I see. So really, you're
No
running everything
franchise.
centrally.
Yes.
Any plans to change that in the future? Sorry. I just want to know.
There's possibilities for everything, but as far as these divisions, I would like to have key people. I mean, each of these elements here can be very, very powerful and productive, profitable areas of our company. So I'm looking to bring on division managers for all of those areas so that we can expand and have freedom to, because I need to speak. This is what I really enjoy doing, and I want people behind the scenes and a complete team being able to handle every customer's need. So as we're growing, we'll continue to add to our team to expand.
I have a challenging question. You said the cost was $2,500 for 4 sessions, which seems to me steep for a small business to be able to afford. How do you prove your value and your viewership of the Hangouts that you're creating?
Great question. The viewerships, because your numbers, everything is viewed through a Hangout and it's automatically reported up to, when it's automatically backed up to YouTube. You get to see, because we do post-production marketing, so you're gonna have continuous viewing on those Hangouts, so it's not just a one-time. It's on YouTube, people can go to that and see that forever. So it's always gonna be out there, okay? So you're gonna have a trailing benefit. Also, when you're on a Hangout, there's a viewer number. It tells you how many people are tied in viewing your show. So only whenever we have your show can we see what that number is for you. And then number 2, as we market on Facebook and we dial into our targeted audiences and so forth, we can track those who have attended the event. So all the leads that come in, your 22 Social is a powerful application because as people come through that gate, it's collecting information so you can track all your leads, export those, create more audiences for more marketing, retargeting marketing purposes. So that's why I said a 6-month agreement is very important, because it takes some time to ramp up and build this up and continue to show value. Yes, sir.
A follow-on question to Lynn's point and what you said about targeting that message. If I spent the $2,500 and we're doing regular how to build the best brows and other beauty tips that we want to broadcast on a regular basis, I could see doing something like that. It is a steep price. And I would especially need to know not just that it's being viewed, but it has to be viewed by the right people. For the market that I'm in, for downtown Tampa, I spoke last week, and primarily it's 60,000 people who work downtown. So just to target around residences, 33602 area code, zip code, is that's not a big enough market. So I always face this. If I'm trying to do some type of a social media campaign, how do I reach people who are working downtown so that those who are viewing are more likely to be using my services?
Okay. Now, is it so much that you need to contact the people downtown, or do you need to contact the people as they come downtown? Because when you look at Facebook, if you want to market to Tampa, or if you want to market to a zip code, you can do that, but you can market to Tampa and surrounding area, and that's it. So you can increase that spread. Instead of 60,000 downtown, you can increase that outside of that. Those people may be commuting in and out.
But typically in these different media, you're paying cost per click. So if somebody
That's one option.
But if somebody is clicking, but they're out in Carrollwood and not likely to come downtown for a service because they can find services that are near them, then it's a lot of money that I'm spending for people that wouldn't come down. So I have to be able to target to people who are fairly likely to be coming downtown either for work or living there already. I don't know how to target like that.
Well, again, that's where we talk about the social triple play. Facebook, that's just one piece of that. The other parts of that, again, is you. How many people will travel to come see a doctor because that doctor is so popular, they come from across the country because they know those specific services. So when people can see, and you can do a live broadcast perhaps from your clinic and show, and people can see, wow, they are clean, they are up to date, they know what they're talking about. It doesn't matter where they are possibly, they're gonna connect with your clinic and the people that you put in that video screen. So that's the other part of the social triple play. They're marketing and buying you. Does that make sense?
All right, we have time for one more question.
Great questions. Thank you so much.
just to play off what Eric was saying, Steve and Julie Weintraub with the gold and diamond stores, they compete with every jeweler, but they have people driving 10 counties over to see them. They invest a lot of money in marketing, but they started with, I think, just some commercials. So if you do brand yourself, even though you're in a franchise system, people will drive out of their way. I remember them saying that a traditional jeweler has a little block range and everybody goes there. But they, when they started really putting dollars into marketing, branding themselves more than anything, you know, they do 50 times the business of it, right, Sharini? I mean, they do amazing business, and it's all from branding themselves.
Their growth is phenomenal.
Yeah, I forgot what they said, but they do like $40 million a year in that one location, when a typical jeweler does, you know, a tenth of that, if that. So.
And I'd like to just make one last comment, if I may. You know, there was a question that came up about the cost and so forth, and that's relative, because when a person looks at producing like a web TV show, if you wanted to actually have someone come in, shoot footage of your cooking show or whatever the show is that you want, go out, edit that, re-upload that, you're looking at several $1,000s possibly per episode. So when you're using Google's technology of Hangouts, number one, it's free. So you can go through our academy and learn a lot of these strategies and do that yourself. So we have those options as well.
Thank you very much. Okay, we do have our drawing, so if you're ready, what are we giving away first?
Does everybody have their card in here?
Okay, any other business cards? Okay, good. All right, Leon, you're gonna draw? Here, Leon.
All right, our first giveaway from Mr. Mike Coelho, CEO of Social Plate. Excuse me. Anybody want to build up some Twitter followers here? I think he has a tool for you here, so we're going to give you a 6-month free trial. All right. It goes to
Jackie Loswich?
Hey, come on down, baby. All right.
Real quick, before we do our second drawing, we'd like to thank our sound guy, Everett, right? From, what's the name? So thank you again for being here every week and helping us out with the sound.
All right, and our next giveaway is 1 hour consulting to Lad Mobile. Our winner is, we need a drum roll here.
Rocket Pockets.
He's not.
That's pretty.
You must be present.
Must be present to win. All right.
Luther Palmer.
Hey,
Hey,
look
look.
at that.
Luther is a former presenter.
And we have one more.
Small.
Didn't have this
Just
extra back.
you got me on the phone and then.
All right, we have another hour consultation with Lad Mobile. Our winner is.
Donna Williams.
Hey, Don.
Okay, do we have any of our other previous presenters here today? I'd like you to stand up so we can recognize you. Okay, anybody else? Fantastic, glad to have you back. Glad to have you as a member of the 1 Million Cups family. Okay, I want to thank you all very much for coming out here today. Look forward to seeing you next week. So have a great week. Thank you.
I never got the line.